Let me show you guys a quick recipe idea, especially for those teens and kids who want to surprise their mama tomorrow for Mother's Day. We're making her some French toast, but not just any French toast. In a bowl, we're gonna crack 2 eggs, add milk, cinnamon, and sugar. Then you mix everything together, and that's gonna be the batter. Now we're just gonna place our sliced bread in the batter, press, flip, press. Take out. We're not gonna let it get all soggy and soak all the egg batter. Just go in there pretty quick. Now you're just gonna butter up a pan, making sure that the heat is not too high or you're gonna burn your butter. It might take about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. When they're ready, you're gonna put them aside and let them cool off while we make some heart-shaped strawberries. Step 1. Wash your strawberries and all the dishes that you're gonna use. Then you remove the stem at an angle and split them in half, and now you have your heart-shaped strawberries. We're gonna make a couple of those for garnish, and we're also gonna slice some strawberries because we're gonna stuff the French toast. We're gonna add some whipped cream topping, then we add another French toast on top, and you just repeat the process. I think 2 to 3 layers should be fine. Once you get to the top layer, you're gonna add your whipped cream in the middle, and then you're gonna start to decorate with all your heart-shaped strawberries. Make it look cute, guys. All you have to do now is just add her favorite syrup, maybe make her some pancakes and eggs, and breakfast is ready. Hope you like this recipe, and don't forget those dishes. Bye! All right, guys, this is gonna be my mom's drink for Mother's Day. Te voy a hacer un, se llama Mexican candy, es como dulce mexicano. Okay, I didn't bring something for the rim, but we are going to add chamoy inside of our cup. This is gonna be our decoration, and lots and lots of tajin. Frozen mango, just a little bit, because we're gonna do humex. Te la vamos a hacer enchiloso, Emela? Okay, a little bit of Valentina, chamoy, un limón más seco que, a little bit of Tajin, spicy tamarindo.
Chale, aplícale.
Espérate. También le vamos a echar tequila.
Se me voy a ir a gato, José.
Para que no digas. You're gonna put it in your cup. Oh, ¿y sabes qué? Se me olvidó echar el hielito. Ahora sí. Wait. Most important part. Así. And there you have it, guys. Here you go, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
Gracias. A ver. Ah, está bueno.
¿Sí? A ver, que lo pruebo yo. Let me show you guys a quick little Mother's Day recap. But first, gotta make sure I got nothing on my teeth before I start making a citrusy marinade for some skirt steak. I must admit, I'm not the biggest fan of skirt steak, but I thought that maybe if I made a good marinade and maybe even get it a little drunk, it was gonna loosen up. Take a little sip of my beer because isn't happy hour anytime? So unfortunately, my mother had to work for Mother's Day and she wanted a carne asada. So I was like, all right, we got this skirt steak. Let's do a couple of ribeyes, put them in the sous vide. That way I don't mess them up since I mess up every single steak I touch. And the lady also loves ribs. So I was like, okay, ma'am, you never had a smoked rib in your life, so I'm gonna give you some smoked ribs. Now, these mother chuckers were juicy and tender as can be. It was like fall off the bone tender. Now, Chochi was absorbing these mother chuckers. Now, as for the steaks, I did tell you I was queen of messing up steaks, and this was no exception. I burnt the ribeyes, but they were still tender because I sous vide them for a couple of hours. But that skirt steak, not even Vaseline can get that mother chucker down. But the ribs were a hit, and so were the Mexican candy, which is all that matters. Then the lady got to open her presents. Please excuse her, guys. She makes up her own language. In fact, the lady is obsessed with Uno. So I got a little tiny one. That way she can keep in her purse. And anytime she gets a little urge, she can pull it out and beat whoever the hell she wants because she's unbeatable. And that's it, guys. Happy Mother's Day. Bye. Let me show you guys a quick little recipe, especially for those starving teenagers who come home starving like Marvin because your parents are still at work. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to make some nice and crispy French fries. You're going to begin by washing your potatoes, and if you want to, you can peel the potato, but I'm going to leave the skin because I like it. Soak them in cold water for about 5 minutes to remove the starch. Then you're going to pat them dry. Fry them until your fries barely even change colors. Then you remove them from the oil, sprinkle a little bit of cornstarch because we want them to be extra crispy. Then you pop them back into your grease at 375 or 400 degrees until they get nice and crispy. Now you just gotta season them up with whatever seasoning you want. We're gonna use taco seasoning though. And I know some of you guys are not allowed to use a hot grease, and there's a good reason for that. You can burn the house down. You can also do this in the air fryer. You're just gonna add a little bit of oil to your fries, some cornstarch, and that taco seasoning. Put them in the air fryer at 375 for 15 minutes till they come out nice and crispy. Serving with whatever dips you want. We're gonna do nacho cheese and ranch. And this is what the air fried ones look like. But there you have it, guys. Some crispy papa la fritas. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Bye! Let me show you guys a quick little recipe, especially for my starving teenagers who come home from school starving like Marvin because their parents are still at work. Today we're gonna make some pizza strombolis with some store-bought dough, of course, and we're only gonna use half of it because the other half, I got another recipe for you. We're gonna roll our dough out, add our favorite pizza sauce or pasta sauce. Then you just load it up with your favorite toppings. I'm gonna use pepperoni, ham, jalapeno, and some cheese. Then you roll the ends and then roll up the whole thing like a big papa burrito. Now in this little bowl, I got about 2 tablespoons of butter, garlic, Parmesan cheese, and some crushed oregano. Then we butter up the stromboli buns so it can get nice and crispy on the outside. Make a couple of slits so all the steam can come out. Then I pop it in the air fryer or oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. Once it comes out, you're gonna let this rest for about 5 minutes because let me tell you, that is freaking hot. Now you're just gonna slice them up and dip them into your favorite sauce, like some extra marinara sauce or ranch, whatever it is. Just make sure you put everything back in the fridge and wash your dishes. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let me show you guys a quick recipe idea, especially for those teenagers who come home from school starving like Marvin because your parents are still at work. We're making dinner together. Now, I don't know the proper name for this dish. All I know it is as fideo with carne, and that's what we're making. In a pan, you're gonna brown up a pound of ground beef. Now, make sure you season that up because you don't want no bland food. Once the meat is fully cooked and you got no liquid in the pan, you're gonna add 1 packet of the fideo. You can add a little bit more oil if you have to. Just make sure it gets nice and crispy like this. Now, at this point, you can either add one of those cans of tomato sauce or you can make your own with all the ingredients I'm gonna list on the screen for you guys. Then you add your water, making sure you cover everything up, and you're gonna season it up using a little bit of chicken bouillon. At this point, you're gonna add whatever vegetables you want. If you only want to add potatoes, only add potatoes. Or if you don't like vegetables, then don't add any. But I am gonna add a little bit of cilantro, for a little extra flavor. Then I cover it up and let this cook for about 15 minutes or until the potatoes are nice and tender. This dish is not supposed to be soupy, but if you want it soupy, just add more water. And now you just prepare it any way you want. I had frozen avocado, so that's what I'm adding, and it's okay, because it's gonna cool down the soup anyway. We're also gonna add some cheese, some Valentina, and a little rolled up tortilla. And that's it, guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye!